Everybody, Ralph Havens here, Autoimmune Answers. And this morning I was thinking about happiness in your physical body. Years ago, not years ago, a couple years ago or so, I had a client who I was thinking about this morning, and she came to me because she had numbness in her legs and her feet, difficulty walking. She loved walking, but she wasn't able to walk on a lot of the trails anymore. She her body just was having some problems, and there was other physical conditions going on. And so as we were working together, I had her doing a lot of movements, a lot of very specific movements and exercises and things. And we shifted some stuff for her energetically, and also with very physical type work to shift things. And she started to get happy in her body, happiness in her body. And so, but what's cool is a lot of her relationships changed. So a significant relationship, a friend of hers that used to treat her a certain way, and I won't go into details for privacy reasons, but she started treating her differently. We didn't work on her friend or anything like that. But as she got physically, her body got happier, she was able to start noticing changes in her relationships, and her happiness, overall happiness came up, and she was just full of so much joy. Of course, part of it was, walking around and being able to walk again on beautiful trails and feeling her feet better on the ground. But there was something else that was bubbling up, and her relationships were shifting. And that's what I've noticed for myself. And so for today's session, I want to do something. So what I want you to do is test some things. I want you to just put your hands on your eyelids and feel how dense or hard your eyeballs are. That's a funny thing, right? But just kind of feel that. And feel your ears. Feel how soft or hard your ears are. Touch your skin and see how soft or rough your skin is. Maybe your face. Walk around a little bit and just notice how you feel. Because we'll test it again in a little bit. And my Qigong teacher, Master Mingtong Gu, talks about the medicine-less hospital when it was in China, and people came from all over China and even parts of the world to get healed of chronic, severe, life-threatening conditions. And they had a big success rate, giant success rate. I think 30% cured, which is a funny word to use in the medical system. They don't like to let other people use that word, funny. But I think 80% significant improvements. And what they did was they had a thing of, when you're hungry, eat, when you're tired, sleep, all other times do Qigong. And so there was thousands of people at any given time doing Qigong. Some people throughout the whole night would do Qigong and have massive healings by the morning. And they had medical doctors that tested, did all the tests so that they could then do Qigong for a month and then retest. And as they did this every month, they could get measurable changes and see people were really doing well. And a happiness shows up, an inner smile, when you start to have a body that starts to work really well for you and feel really good. And so there's things that can be done, when you're working with Qigong masters or with healers, and there can be a direct transmission of this healing energy, this awakening, this enlightenment, whatever this is, this wisdom, this spirit. There can be a direct transmission. And so there can be instantaneous miracles. So why do all this work? All this exercise, and maybe there's nutrition things and other things to do. Why do all that if you can have an instant change? I think there's something really valuable from my experience of doing it from multiple angles like that. Like, yeah, there can be an instantaneous change with a click of a button. That's wonderful, right? And yet there's something really powerful that happens when you do a certain process, certain techniques, treatments, your own program that actually works for you, and you start to get a body that works for you. So today what we're going to do is one of those. So we're going to I'm going to do an energetic session for you right now from the chair you're sitting in right now. And we're going to do connective tissue blueprints. If I was with you in person, physically, this could take 4 or 5 days. Yeah, like 4 or 5 hours. And we're going to do it now for you in this way. So connective tissue blueprints 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, connective tissue blueprints 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right. And now test. Feel your eyeballs through your eyelids, of course, and feel if they're different, the softness to them. Feel your ears. Feel if they're softer or not. Feel your skin. Just kind of check for yourself if it's different. And go ahead and walk around. And notice what you notice. Notice if your feet are different on the ground when you walk. Notice if the height of your eyeballs seems different, like you're taller or different in that way, or if the world looks differently. Just notice whatever you do notice. There you go. And you can use this video over and over again. Because this has been a direct transmission of this work, this connective tissue blueprints that in person would take about 4 or 5 hours to complete. And with matrix energetics and everything else that we play with here, you can see a change in an instant. And what's cool is it's still cool to do physical things to get well. Like there are things to do that can make you very, very happy inside your body. And when you do these things, there's different techniques, exercises, things, ways to think. And when you do them, the happiness in your body can show up and your physical world can start to show up differently. People, the way you react. There's so much we don't know about how things really work. I was reading an article in Scientific American just yesterday, and scientists are finding that people have, like mothers, have the actual cells with their children's DNA in their own bodies, in their own brains. They did it by checking like the Y chromosome, which is a male chromosome, and they found that women with babies that had they were sons, the Y chromosome was in the mom's brain. There's so much we have no idea how elaborate and elegant our bodies are, right? Yeah, there you go. But there's a way to access whatever that is that's the spirit. And then there's a way to go through the body and have a physical body that feels absolutely happy. Yeah. So test your eyeballs again. See if they're getting even more different as far as softness. Test your ears. See if they're somehow softer or different. Check your skin. Walk around. You know, it's been said that the only thing that stops magic is disbelief. Peter Pan even said that. I don't know if it really stops it, but I think it makes it where people don't recognize it. They just go right by it. Yeah. So of course it's a choice. Do you want to live in a magical world or not? All right, everybody. So hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think, how it feels. Let me know how your eyes and your ears are, and your skin, and your walking. Watch this over and over again. Please share it. Click subscribe. And yeah, and let's get out there and live. Let's really live. Bye now.